What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Sub Urban Nerd. Now, today's first topic we're going to talk about is something that I got the information yesterday. I found out about this yesterday. It happened early Monday morning, but I wanted to get more information before I come and talk about this. And it's the topic of the tragic death that happened on the Deadpool 2 set. Early Monday morning, a stunt person identified as Joy S. Harris was killed on the set after involving a motorcycle gone wrong. Deadline reports that she was the first African-American female professional road racer, and Deadpool 2 was her first movie working as a stunt performer. Reports states that before the accident, she had successfully pulled off the stunt 5 times and practiced all day on Saturday, but on the final take, it just didn't work out the same. Ryan Reynolds took to social media yesterday to share his thoughts on the tragedy, saying, "Today we tragically lost a member of our crew while filming Deadpool. We're heartbroken, shocked, and devastated. But we recognize nothing can come close to the grief and inexplicable pain her family and loved ones must feel at this moment. My heart pours out to them, along with each and every person she touched in this world. My condolences goes out to her family as well." One thing I actually did after seeing this, and we've heard this, like I talked about it on Monday, as far as Tom Cruise getting injured on the show, and this has been happening from beginning of film. It's a dangerous business we're in, and most of the movies you watch, there's stunt people in them. From big special effect films like Avengers to action films like John Wick and small films like Nightcrawler. I was searching it out, and the first documented accident happened in a film called Across the Border in 1914, where a cast member was on a boat and it capsized. A cameraman jumped in to save the person, got them, swum them to a sandbar, but found out that it was actually quicksand, and then the rest of the crew had to watch them helplessly while they drowned. Going through the whole things from history, like with Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, dying on the set from an accident with a gun, all the way to a lot of people probably remember when WWF, they had the wrestling pay-per-view, Over the Edge, where wrestling superstar Owen Hart tried performing a superhero-like descent onto the ring, but the harness malfunctioned and he fell 70 feet to the ring and died. Even it was 2 years ago, Maze Runner Death's Cure, the main actor, suffered multiple injuries when he was run over by a car during some of these stunts. And all I know is, I don't bring this up to make people afraid or to boycott the movies and write to the directors about keeping safety. I bring this up to just let people know and understand that our entertainment, what we see, people go out there, whether it be Tom Cruise that does his own stunts or the stunt doubles that do it for them. A lot goes into it, and anything can happen. Anybody can die. In fact, in my job, pretty sure a lot of people's jobs where they're physical, things can happen. So I'm not trying to downplay what happened to her, but just for everybody else to appreciate what goes on in these movies. Even we enjoy all these movies from Marvel and DC, from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Netflix shows, to DC's CW shows with Arrow, Flash, all stunts. All stunts are done. So just when you watch it, just have a little bit extra appreciation for the things that people do to give you entertainment. Now, on to some positive news. They released a high-res image of Captain Marvel, which I actually uploaded onto my Instagram a couple weeks ago. Wes Grant, simple as that, WESGRANT, where it's showing the actual suit, and it looks really good. I like it. It has like a mixture of the old retro and then like the new Miss Marvel suit. We already know, I've mentioned probably in the videos about who's going to be in it, about the Kree being in it, the Skrull, where the Kree and Skrull wars, Mr. Marvel, who she gets her powers from, and also Nick Fury is in this movie but he actually has both his eyes during this movie back in the 1990s, I believe. And he actually mentions how he lost his eye because of someone he trusted. So I got a lot to look forward to for this Mr. Captain Marvel movie. Sorry. So on to the next one. Judge Dredd Mega City 1 is going to start production next year, and they're hoping to get Carl Urban, the one that did it in I believe like 4 or 5 years ago. The Dredd. That movie was really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. It's like how you say that, the Raid. It's like the first Raid, but with Judge Dredd, Special Gun, and Psychic Girl. So you really should check that out. They're trying to get him and lock it down, but I have fingers crossed that I think he's gonna do it. He did Almost Human, which was a great show too. I don't know why Fox canceled that, but you should check that one out too. I don't know where it's on repeats, but hopefully maybe Netflix will have it. And then the last news for today is about the Inhumans. It's supposed to come out September 1st in IMAX, and then later on in September 29th. And the trailer reactions have been horrible, and the pilot's reactions have been even worse. Was it Scott Buck, I believe? He was a showrunner for Iron Fist, and before Iron Fist was even done, they dragged him over to the Inhumans, which that doesn't boast positivity for me, because I really did not like Iron Fist. From beginning to end, there was a lot of flaws. It was slow, choreography was sloppy, the way they directed Finn, he just didn't feel like Iron Fist. He didn't feel like someone that had been training for all these years to get self-control and gain this. And then they didn't even show you how he got it. They just talked about it. They didn't take the time to get you to believe this world he was from. So if it's the same people doing Inhumans, I don't have that much hope in it. I really want it to be good, but from what I'm hearing, from the trailers, from what I've seen, it doesn't look too good. And he was actually, I think, a showrunner for Dexter, but just because you were good on one show doesn't necessarily translate, and it's two different things. Superhero, psychotic serial killer. Not quite the same, but anybody can learn. But from what I'm hearing, the bad flow that they had with Iron Fist, it went on to the same thing with Inhumans. People that seen it have said really horrible things, and they even say, why was it shot in IMAX? And I don't know what to say about that. I think it was kind of like a cash grab, just trying to get extra money, because it comes out in IMAX, the first 2 episodes, then later it comes on. And if people that seen it are saying, why was it, there's no reason, the graphics weren't even, special effects weren't even that good, I'm sorry, this might be a sinking ship before it even sets sail. So that's my news rundown, the nerd rundown for today. Sorry to start off on such a gloomy note, but it's the news that I found interesting, so I just gave my opinion on it. So remember to subscribe, to like. Down below it has my Patreon, my Kickstarter, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Alright, bye everybody.